Guys, welcome back to another Discovercars video. If you've just jumped from the GT2 RS video, you recognize this car behind me. But as you can hear, there is another beast with us today. We have a Nismo GTR, made by Nissan obviously. This is very comparable to a GT2 RS because it is the more tuned, more track-focused version of the car it is based off. Just like the GT2 RS, it also has splashes of carbon, some aero bits, and a little bit more power. About 591 horsepower to be precise. Alright, so starting from the front of the Nismo, you have these like Bugatti Devo style lights with these LEDs running up this way. If you know what I mean, go have a quick Google and see what that looks like because it is really similar. A super aggressive front end, obviously for all that airflow to that front V6 twin turbo, obviously as we said before, making 590 horsepower. It is an all-wheel drive car, so it does handle like it's on rails, but as we walk around back, we'll come around this way, you'll start to note all the bits of carbon fiber on the side, the Nismo specific wheels, which are designed to be a bit more lightweight. Obviously, got great brakes on it, cross-drilled and ventilated as well, excuse the birds. As we come around this way, also got the massive wing at the back. Also, beautiful satin paint. It's a really rare option. Satin paint is a really rare option for this car within Australia. I believe we only know of a couple of other cars that might have it, but normally these cars come in like a white, like a Nismo white. Coming around the back, we have obviously the red accents, but more importantly that wing. That wing adds a ton more downforce than what you're used to. And also, this wing is specific to Nismo GTRs. If you break this wing, crack it, whatever, if it falls off, you can't actually just go and order one. You have to prove you are a Nismo owner to stop the market flooding with these and non-Nismo cars having these wings put on the back of them. And if you want to know how much that wing costs if you break it, about 18 grand. Alright, so we're going to open the door, but before we even open the door, you have your door handles that are flush with the body. Unlike the Porsche GT2 RS, Porsche, you should have thought of this one, but the door handles are actually designed to be more aerodynamic, so you don't have air disruption to the air around the side of the car. When you put your thumb down and open it, it's a weird mechanism, and what Nissan, I believe, calls is like a handshake with your car to develop a bit more of a personal relationship. It sounds a bit creepy, Nissan, but that's what it's for. As we jump inside, you're greeted by carbon-backed sports bucket seats. Let's jump in real quick. Now, unlike the GT2 RS, this has manual bucket seats. They feel a bit more supportive than the GT2 RS, but that means you can actually use the GT2 RS on the road. Well, this is actually quite comfy. On the inside, you have an amazing infotainment system with a ton of different options. You have your R mode down the bottom, which if you flick all of them into R mode, you get launch control. This car is blisteringly fast, 0 to 100 in about 2.8 seconds, as is powered by that beautiful twin turbo V6. New steering wheel. The Nismo is based off the facelifted GTR. So you have a new steering wheel, new front end, new back end, and a little bit updated interior. Funny thing, this car does have rear seats. It hasn't got a rear seat delete, and they're actually sort of usable. This car is something, I mean, it is a more extreme version of the GTR, but it is a little bit more usable than the GT2 RS. For obvious reasons, the GT2 RS is a track weapon. This is your mountain blast, so your track day, and something you can drive back home after you finish a day at the track. Other things, not a whole bunch, just you can see a whole bunch of carbon in here. A lot of Alcantara. Alcantara, if you don't know, is a suede leather material that allows you to grip a bit better when you're on the track. Funny story about this car, it's actually mainly been on the track. All the kilometers on it are basically track kilometers, so the owners know exactly what they're doing and they're using it for the right purposes. Other than that, it's not a whole bunch. Like these cars, they're pretty driver orientated. I mean, this is not as driver focused as the GT2 RS, but that saying, it's a great place to be. So here's a closer look at that 591 brake horsepower V6 twin turbocharged engine in the front of the Nissan GTR Nismo. It's also hand built. These cars are very carefully manufactured. They're if you ever see any videos, it's fantastic of when the way they manufacture these is with extreme care. They're built in these really sterilized hospital-like factories by hand, and the person is one person to one engine, similar to AMG, and they slap the signature on the front to let them know that they built it.